Every day, you could be losing sales simply because your email funnel isn't optimized. You could be wasting money trying to land customers that will never bite. Ouch. So today we're going to look at how to fix your email funnel copywriting and channel customers towards a sale. Your funnel is like a fishing expedition. You have to dial the right bait, build up the trust, get them interested in what you have, bring them closer, and then you hook them and draw them in. If you're too pushy at the beginning, you scare them away. Each time you interact with them, the pool is getting smaller and smaller, but your customer is getting hungrier and hungrier for more information, so they become much easier to catch. You want customers who are willing to bite. Those people who are not interested are not worth chasing. You're just wasting your time. Here's the thing, a poorly written email funnel doesn't just cost you sales, it can actually drive your audience away. It's frustrating, but don't worry, it's completely fixable. And trust me, it's not rocket science. You just need to avoid a few common mistakes. First, let's look at how does a funnel work. So your funnel is going to go through 5 different stages. You've got your awareness stage. You can't sell anything to anybody if they don't know you exist. Who are you? What you do, what you believe in, what you're great at. Then there's the interest stage where you're building authority and trust. You need to sound like you are the person to turn to solve any issues that they have. You have the knowledge they need. This is where you're tickling your leads, just enticing them to come closer and closer to you. The more you share, the more trusting they become. And then you have the consideration stage. Should I buy it or not? Before a customer makes a purchase, they make a short list. You're not the only one that's trying to catch their attention, so it's essential to be on that list. At this point, you're building reassurance. You might use recommendations that you've captured from social media to show your customer they'd be making a good choice. Then comes the conversion stage. This is the meaty end of the funnel where you're making the sale. But don't stop there. There's also a retention stage that many brands forego. This not only boosts repeat purchases, but also gives you the social proof that you'll need at the consideration stage. So a weak link in your funnel can appear at any stage, so you need to identify where your weak links are. This is when your analytics will help. Look at your open rates, your click-through rates, your unsubscribe rates, and your sales. These metrics will reveal where your funnel is leaking. For instance, if you have a low open rate, that's a good indication that your subject line is not very enticing. If no one is opening your emails, that's your funnel falling flat on its face right there. Just because you spent hours writing an email doesn't mean somebody wants to read it. People might receive up to 100 emails a day, if not more. Now 100 emails, that's 2 minutes per email, that's 200 minutes, over 3 hours. It's not going to happen. People are selective with what they want to read. So your subject line has to telegraph what the email is about very clearly and entice people to read more. That means that your subject line has to be very clear. If you come out with vague or boring or generic subject lines, they're really just going to get ignored. So you end up shooting yourself in the foot because nobody reads your email and you don't get anywhere with your funnel. Be specific with what you want to achieve with that email and then get a subject line that entices people to read more. You need to hook people in right from those first few words that they see. I understand why many companies end up writing vague subject lines. It's a trap they fall into. They try and cover too many subjects within the email. Now I'll get onto that a bit later, but the emails become bloated with information that nobody reads. As a result, they need a vague line that covers it all. I've made a video all about how to write good subject lines, which you can see somewhere here and link to. Go for it. Low click-through rates could be from a couple of things. It's either one, the offer is just not very enticing, I just don't feel very excited enough to click, or the words you're using to get people to click are not clear enough. You're not pointing out what the reader should do. Mistake number 2, you're overloading your emails. You're trying to put way too many things in there, overwhelming your audience. They tune out and hit unsubscribe. Less is usually more. Just think about how much you're asking your audience to scroll with their thumb through their phone to read an email that you've sent them. If they have to dive too deep to get to an action, you're probably asking too much. If you keep your message clear and focused, it's much more likely to get read. Ask yourself, what's the value in this email? What do you want your audience to get out of it? Do I want to educate? Do I want to entertain? Do I want to inspire? This is the type of email that's building trust. I'm not wasting my customers' time. I'm thinking about what their pain points are, and I'm coming up with solutions. Once I build trust and people value what I have to say, I can take it to the next stage, which is to sell them something. I sell them a solution. The next mistake are weak calls to action. Your whole funnel is built up to this point. Everything that you've done have been guiding people to get to the point where you want them to bite. So your sign should be very clear. Bite now. Here it is. Bite on it before I take it away. You want to direct people what to do and when to do it. The next mistake is that you've got the wrong sequence of emails. There isn't an exact number of emails that you need to send in a sequence. This varies widely. It could be 2, it could be 5. It all depends on how hard it is to persuade your customer. Usually, the more you're asking them to spend, the more work you'll need to do to put into a sale. When you look at that sequence, you need to judge 3 things. It's the hook, the story, and the offer. What's going to grab their attention, what's going to keep them interested and believe in you, and then what's going to close the deal. How much work and effort you need to put in to achieve that will determine how many emails you'll have to write. The beautiful thing about email funnels is that once you get it right, it's a gift that keeps on giving. So it's well worth persevering. It works day and night, generating leads for you. So good luck with your fishing, and thanks for watching.